Hi, it's Monday, my turn to tag you all once again. As per usual, I have 5 questions for you this week. Moving on to number 1. Something you've done as a kid just for fun. Well, when I was a kid, I used to have this small little car. I used to go out, walk up the pavement for a bit and lay down on the pavement. When a car come down, I wanted to see how many cars would stop. So I laid there motionless. A few cars did stop, got out, and they asked, am I alright? And I went, yes. Why? Because you were laying on the pavement motionless. I went, yeah, because I'm playing with my car here. They get in the car and they drive away. So, yes, just for fun. Laying motionless on the pavement. Moving on. Where is the most spectacular place you've been? That's easy for me. Down in Cornwall there's an open air theatre. Now, you've got stepping stones that people steps down, but you also can sit down on them, and you've got a nice theatre down by the rocks, and after the rocks there's a drop to the sea, and this is the picture I found for you to see what I am on about. Moving on. Do you get into political argument with people? No, I don't. Politics, I don't got a clue about politics, so therefore anybody wants to talk about or argue about politics, I let them get on with it, because I don't get involved. No. Moving on. Do you have a story of someone being so gullible? If so, what? Well, I drive my son's stepson around cleaning windows, drive him around because he can't drive. So I drive him around, he cleans windows. There was one particular house that he was doing, he was around the back. When he came back and I said, oh, there's a lady just there. She doesn't want her windows cleaned, but she wants her greenhouse windows done. And blow me down, he started walking towards the house, got to near enough to the gate, and I said, what are you doing? This is where you told me to clean the lady's greenhouse. I said, stop being so bloody gullible. I was only joking. Yeah. All the rest of the day I was laughing my head off. Moving on. What do you think about the tax system? Taxes. The government taxes the poor and the rich gets richer. Now, what I'm saying is, if you went into a shop and had a cold pasty, say for argument's sake, normal price. But if you wanted it warmed up, they put tax on top of hot pasties. I think it's either 5 pence or 10 pence more, because the government has taxed hot food. So there's a lot of taxes going around, and also I have found out that the government is coming up with a plan, and I feel it's going to happen. Do I like it? Well, it's got nothing to do with me because I don't drive this vehicle, but a brand new car, you don't have to pay car tax to go on the road for a brand new car for 5 years, but you still go and put fuel in the tank. But now the government is stating this, that because more and more people now is buying electric cars, so therefore they haven't got the fuel going into these electric cars, the government is now going to tax these vehicles per mile to using the road. Because the government is losing billions on fuel taxes, they've got to reimburse somehow for what money they are losing on fuel. So they are going to, I feel sorry for the ones who bought these cars, but also that's their fault for buying these cars, of taxing them per mile of using the road. So the government don't lose so much money on fuel. Yeah. So I always stated, when these goody doers always looks up and says about smokers, you shouldn't smoke this, you should smoke there, and I've always stated, well, I hope the government taxes these people that they like, and I know now that the government is going to tax the ones who's got these banking brand new electric cars to use those electric cars on the road per 1 mile. Brilliant. Anyway, moving on to the ones that I'm tagging for this week. Bernie, DC. Dave Nicholson, Axmus. The legend, our king, our very own Duck. Leantic and Stevie. As per usual, you do not need to do this tag if you don't want to. Anybody else would, then please feel free to do so. So, Marley, say bye bye to our audience. Bye bye everybody. Bye bye.